Hi there guys, Luis from Vintage Action. I hope you're all well. And today guys, I'm going to be talking you about this cult classic right here starring Jason Statham and Jet Li. War, a cult classic from 2007. Yeah guys, and I'm going to be talking about this one because for me this one is like a great action movie from the 2000s, right? And I don't see a lot of people talking about this movie. So that's why I call it like a forgotten classic, because for me this is a action packed, like a great like martial arts scenes, great fight scenes on this one. And it as you can see, you have like Statham and Jet Li together in a movie, and this one was like even before Jason Statham was like what he is today, right? That big megastar. Of course, this was after the Transporter movies, where he became like super famous, right? But this was before the Expendables that made him even bigger. Of course, he had like Crank 1 and 2. He was in so many like cult classics, Jason Statham. But this one, for some reason, even people that I know, some friends, some of them didn't even watch this one. And I remember having this one on DVD back in the days in Portugal when it was released in 2007. And guys, if you didn't watch this one definitely deserves like a watch from you guys. This one basically is like Statham plays like a FBI agent determined to take down a mysterious like assassin known as Rogue, that is played by Jet Li, right? After his partner is murdered. So basically that's the plot. I don't want to give it too much away, but you know, all these like action martial art movies work 80s and 90s. And even though this one is like a 2007 movie, there's a lot of elements on this one, because you have like Jet Li that was big in the 80s and the 90s. Of course, Jason Statham, basically he carried like the torch to the, you know, Van Damme, Landgren, you know, Chuck Norris, Seagal, Schwarzenegger, Stallone. Probably is the big action star of the nowadays. It was the 2000s, 2010s, and probably is the biggest action star. So and basically all the fans from the 80s and the 90s, probably most of people are big fans of like Statham, because his movies is like a throwback to the 80s and the 90s. And this one as well, the fight choreographer for this one was Corin Ewan, that you guys might know. He directed No Retreat, No Surrender, the first, the second one, Yes, Madam, Righting Wrongs, all those Hong Kong movies from the 80s, beginning of the 90s. He was also the one that directed the first Transporter movie with Jason Statham, and he's the fight choreographer of this one. This one was directed by Philip like Atwell on his debut. He didn't like end up directed a lot of movies. He directed some like TV shows like The Shield and everything. So let me just show you this one here, guys. This is the cover, the artwork from the Blu-ray here in the UK. This one is a Lionsgate release, and this one is the cover from the UK. The original cover is the one that you guys have like in the US. This one has been released on DVD and Blu-ray. There is no 4K for this one, but let me tell you, this one looks great on Blu-ray. And as you can see behind me, this is the main menu of the movie. Cool, nice, like interactive like menu. And yeah, this one has been released a long time ago on Blu-ray and has been like stuck on Blu-ray. But to be honest, it looks amazing. Even if they one day they release the 4K, I mean, if you have this one, I mean, just keep it, unless they get like new interviews that it's not likely to happen. They're not going to get like new interviews with Jet Li or Jason Statham. And this one is loaded with special features. I'm going to tell you in a minute, guys. And this movie initially, the original title was supposed to be Rogue Assassin, but there was another movie being released that year, like it was a low budget horror movie that had that title. So they changed from Rogue Assassin to War. But even though there are a lot of countries like New Zealand, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, a lot of countries in Asia, and even some countries in Europe that the title is still Rogue Assassin. But most countries, and when I watched it back in the days in Portugal, the title is like War. So it's like probably most of you guys know this movie as War, but probably in Asia, the movie is still like Rogue Assassin. This was quite like successful on a 25 million budget, got like 40 million in the box office, plus a lot of DVD sales, more than almost 30 million. So it was quite successful. And this one is the second time that Jet Li and Jason Statham worked together, because they worked together previously in the movie One from 2000 2001, and then they end up working together again for the third time in The Expendables in 2010, and then The Expendables 2 in 2012. So this is the second time they work together. And yeah, guys, if you are big fans of action movies, martial art movies from the 80s and the 90s, you definitely should watch this one if you have the opportunity, because you have Statham, you have Jet Li, a lot of nice action scenes, fight scenes as well. And this one is, you can get it on DVD or Blu-ray. If you are here in the UK, you can get this one from Amazon, HMV. It costs like £4 or £5. If you guys are in US, you can still get this one on Amazon as well. On Blu-ray, it's not crazy expensive. You can watch it as well on the online platforms as well. Basically, this one, when it comes to the special features, guys, it's loaded with special features. So this one is the UK one, is the same special features of the US release. Basically, you have the action of war unlocked, never before seen footage, be on-screen navigation, scoring war, featurette, visual commentary by director Philip Atwell, audio commentary with writers Lee Anthony, Smith and Gregory G. Bradley, gag reel, deleted scenes, extended scenes, the War Zone trivia mode, Yakuza Fighter, exclusive interactive Blu-ray disc game, dynamic resizing menus, personalized bookmarks, blue line slider, jump to any scene instantly. So basically this is loaded with special features, and this one is one that is worth you guys having in your collection if you collect like physical media. If you guys don't collect but you love like these action movies and you didn't watch this one, I'll like tell you guys that you should watch this one. I'll recommend to you. It's a great action movie, and like I told you guys, for some reason there's a lot of people that didn't see this one, and it's a great action movie, and it takes you in a way to the, and of course you have the new like special effects and everything, things that we couldn't have in some of the movies from the 80s and the 90s, but because you have Jet Li and you have Corin Ewan choreographing the fight scenes, and you have like Jason Statham, that is the guy that carried the 80s and the 90s, the action style movie. So this one is definitely one that is worth to watch. And even here in UK, guys, you can go like to a CX store. They sell this one for £2. Even in the US, you can get it super cheap as well. And yeah, guys, I definitely recommend you guys to check this one, War from 2007, starring Jason Statham and Jet Li. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this one. If you have watched this one, if this one is one of your favorites as well, if you want the DVD or the Blu-ray, if you haven't seen this one before, just feel free to comment down below. You guys know that your opinion is always important to me, and I like you guys to interact with me. If it's the first time you guys seeing my channel, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. What I do on this channel is basically I review and I unbox these cult classics from the 80s and the 90s, even though this one is not from the 80s and the 90s, but it's an action movie from 2007, but it takes you to that era. And of course, even though I like the 80s and the 90s, there's a lot of new action nice movies, like like the John Wicks, the Equalizers, the the Tekken movies as well. So there's a lot of action going on now, and especially the Jason Statham movies as well. He has always great action martial art movies. So and yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this one War from 2007. If you know about this movie, if you know, let just me know. If you don't know about this one, go and check this one. And yeah, guys, as always, I'll be here like unboxing and reviewing this cult classic from the 90s, from the 80s especially, and all the nice action movies from nowadays as well, because we have new nice action movies being released as well, not as much as the 80s and the 90s. We don't have like Chuck Norris and Van Damme and Stallone and Schwarzenegger and Dolph Lundgren and Jeff Speakman. Is less like action stars nowadays. That's why you have like Jason Statham is the main guy nowadays. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this one, and I'll be with you guys soon. Keep strong.